Hi everyone. I was asked to do, requested to do a bead haul, not a bead haul, but a bead organization on how I organize my beads and into being more detailed. So here is my bead room. It is my painting room, and it is also my quilting room. Everything is all marked and organized. Now, you can see I've done some paintings. I'm trying to get lots done for a craft table that I want to have in November at our local craft. It's called Vanderwee's Greenhouses, and they also have craft shows there, and it's really big and it's huge. And I'm going to put my jewelry in it as well. So I wanted to get some paintings done. So I've been doing a couple on the weekends and trying to get them so they dry, because it is oil paint and they take forever to dry. Anyway, we're not talking about that. But here is my beading area. This is my whole entire beading section here. This is where I store all my beads. This is where I store everything that I use. Now I'm going to get into detail and show you how I store everything, how I process it to get them into the storage containers, so I know where every single bead is. When they come in packages like this, I usually throw them in a container and I pile them till I get so many that I'm lost and I need to put them away, or I'm just digging in these packages and dumping them and putting them back. And yeah. So these containers here, I have bought, these drawer containers, I have bought over the years from Canadian Tire, also from Walmart, but Walmart no longer carries them. But I did get this big one over here. As you can see, it's got a lot of drawers. That came from Canadian Tire, and so did the one above it. They are made out of plastic, those ones. The other ones here on this wall are all made with metal. These ones are plastic. These are all metal frames, not the drawers. The drawers are plastic. These drawers here I got from our local dollar store, and they are perfect for a lot of things that I'm using them for. Up here is my stands that I use for my jewelry display when I go to a show, which isn't very often because I never sell my jewelry. But I'm going to try it this year. Anyways, this is all the stuff. I'm going to show you how I separate everything, how I start to store it, and show you in detail how I do everything for those of you that have asked and want to see, maybe get some ideas, how you can store your stuff and keep your craft room neat and tidy like mine. I can't work when my craft room is a mess. I can't stand this right there. That drives me crazy, especially all my new stuff that I got in, and I just fart around with it. So until I get to a point where I say, okay, I've had enough, I'm fed up, I need to put these away. So it usually takes me a whole entire day to put away the stock that I get from my orders. I work over here, I film over here. This is my lamps that I use. I have 2 more over there in the corner, but I'm not setting those up just to do this because I'm not doing bead work. I'm just showing you how to organize and how to get prepared and how to separate everything, and we'll be right back after I get my camera set up. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, I have a disaster happening right here. Usually I get myself some blank tags or labels or anything so I can label all of my drawers. As you can see, I've got it labeled, and this one says large eye pins, which means they're bigger than 1.5 inch. Okay, so I usually do stuff like this, separating everything. So, and I also get myself some of these little bags that I use for beads that don't necessarily fit in tubes. I have to put them in these little baggies, and I like to do that because I like my drawers to be neat and I want to be able to see through them. So I get yourself some little tiny bags, and I got these off eBay and they're super cheap, they're not expensive. Now I buy these tubes from Beadaholic. I like the 3-inch tubes. I use these a lot because they fit in my drawers perfectly, and I could get 6 to a drawer. with the Swarovski crystals, when we get to this section here, I'll show you what I do then. So this is all new stuff that I received and ordered in when I do my online shopping. I just get packages. So I usually get a big container like this, and this is what I'm doing all the time. Okay, I'm dumping stuff into these containers, and this one here is an order I got from Fire Mountain Gems not too long ago, and it's of all crystals, Swarovski crystals, head pins. I love their head pins, and I'm going to show you. Anyway, this is what I do. I just dump everything. These are all Swarovski crystals, and this is how I'm growing my Swarovski collection, is through Auntie's Beads, because they always have them on sale in basement sales. So I dump everything out like this into this big tub, and then continue, and I keep all my receipts. And then I dump all my new stuff that I got from Potomac Bead Company in here as well. Now, to get organized, I do need a beading mat because I do cut stuff and I'm always labeling stuff. I have all kinds of empty drawers here that I used for filling up while I'm packing away all my stuff. This is a beautiful fireworks necklace that I got from Jill Wiseman Designs, and I haven't made it yet. I made the last one, but I haven't made this one. So I'm going to get my tubes all nicely organized here, my baggies. I always take a few out, and I kind of like this size of a bag. I keep the odd big one out in case I really need it for overstock. Okay. Now I get myself this. I get myself a pair of scissors, and then I start sorting everything out. So I'm going to take all these pearls. Now these are all checked glass pearls. These are not the Chinese pearls, the ones with the stuff that the shit just falls right off these pearls. I don't like using Chinese pearls. I have a ton of them over there mixed with all kinds of other pearls, but I've stopped doing that. What I like doing now is using just my checked glass pearls and Swarovski pearls. And this is a drawer I designated just to Swarovski and check, and you can see I just threw packages in here and I haven't even tubed them up or put them away because I need to find a big drawer that I can put all my new pearls in. So I was just kind of leaving these in here for the time being. So I'm going to take a big drawer and I'm going to use that for all my new pearls. So these are all like packages that I purchased from Auntie's Beads, and when they have their beads on sale, especially anything that's Swarovski, I always grab some. So I buy 2 or 3 quantities of a color that I like, and I continue to do that. I look for all the sales online, especially Swarovski, because I really like the quality of that, and I like the quality of the checked beads as well. Okay, so I separate all my pearls. As you can see, this here is labeled. Now I'm starting to label them when I know the colors. Like this, these are all 5mm, and they're mixed colors. These are 5mm, and I write that on them now, so I know myself. I know those are a 4mm check pearl. Anyway, this is what I do. So that's that one. So let me just show you. Now I can tell just by the size. I don't need a tool to tell me what size these are, and actually they're written right on the package. So this is what I do: make piles. There's a size 8mm. So I put all my 8mm together, and I ordered some more of these. They're in this place somewhere here. These are 6mm. These are 8, and this is what I do. I just separate all of the stuff. So again, 6mm. And these are all my new pearls I got from Potomac Bead Company, because they had a really nice sale on pearls, checked glass pearls. So I was quite happy with these. And those are 4mm. These are 8mm. These are 3mm. And getting into no room here. So I'm separating everything out that I need to put away. These are 6s and 6s and 8s. And I like to keep everything, when I put my stuff away, I keep the 8s with the 8s, the 6s with the 6s, and I don't go putting, just because they're all pearls. Whoopsies, I think these are 4s. Yeah. I don't go and just say, okay, these are all pearls, just mix all of the sizes together. I find it very important that you keep your sizes separated, just because it's a lot easier when you go into your drawers and you're looking for a specific size and you're just like, oh, right, here we go. Size 4. Let me see what I can make with these. I knew I had another 3mm somewhere. I probably buried it. No, it's right here. So I'm starting a 3mm pile here. And I did get a big shipment in of these. I did order lots because when they're on sale like that, that's when you want to grab stuff and you want to buy them in bulk. 3, 4. So this is all I'm doing, is separating everything out. 3s. And I buy colors that I know I'm going to use. I don't have always a big, huge color assortment of some things. So these are all pretty colors that I know. And when I was buying, I was trying to buy like each color in each size. So here's the 3 in a silver blue. There's the 4. There's the 6. And there's the 8. So I tried to stay with each color in each size. See? And this is such a gorgeous blue. So I thought, yep, I'll get that. So I'm still sorting out pearls. This is 6mm. Keeping them separated here so I can work. Love these Preciosa pearls. Oops, those are 4mm. Those are 4mm. Those are 4s. 3s. 8s. Alright, now I think I pretty much got all the pearls. Alright, so we have a bag here that I need to dump. I don't know what's all in it, so we're about to find out. Okay, so I need some more room here. So now we've got all these pearls separated into piles of 8, 6, 4, and 3s. So those are all pearls. And now we're going to work on crystals. Oops, I found my red ones in an 8. Okay, so these are all Swarovskis, and these are all 4mm crystals that you buy from Auntie's Beads. There's 50 in a package, and I believe they were $4 and something cents for 50 of the mixed colored crystals. What a steal that is. Okay, so now I'm going to take all my crystals and keep them separate. So there's 4mm. These are all 4mm, and I'm just going to stack them here. I know I've got some different sizes in here. I've got some turquoise beads, which I absolutely love turquoise. I'm just going to sit those over there because they're going to go in a separate pile. Same with the rondelles. I got these in a dark blue. I'm just going to continue, and then I have all these mini duos that I got from Jill Wiseman Designs. I'll set those separately, and then I'm going to continue with my crystals. Those are 3mm. These are 6mm. I'm just going to keep all my crystals in one pile. And then I have all these different color cup buttons that I ordered from the Potomac Bead Company because I didn't have them, these colors, so I wanted to get some, and crystals. And these are all Swarovski crystals. Look at these purple colors. They're just so pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to keep piling. These are rondelles, so I'm going to put them with the rondelles. And more rondelles. And these are kind of like a tiny gemstone bead. Put them with the gemstones. And that's an empty bag. Okay, so I'm still working on my box here. These are all Swarovski crystals. So those are going to go over there. This is a package of all Swarovski crystals. I don't remember what is in here. So we have, these are, better keep my tag. These are 2.5mm Swarovski crystals. So I'm going to put them back in here because these are very tiny. And they may come in handy someday, so I thought I'd just get them in a clear. That way if I had to squeeze them in into something, that works out perfect. So there's more pearls in a 4mm, so stick it there, and the rondelles. And then I have some really pretty large size beads, which I'll show you where I keep those. So some more. There's some more rondelles. And these are more crystals, Swarovskis. More Swarovskis, Swarovskis, more crystals. These are bicones, which are my favorite, okay? And then we have more pearls. There's a 4mm, an 8mm, and that's the check pearls. And we have more 8mm there. And we have some more really pretty rondelles. Love rondelles. The shine to them are so gorgeous. And we have more rondelles. And we have really pretty rondelles. You can see they're sparkling. I've got some Fireline that was on sale at Auntie's Beads. So I stock up on this stuff. Believe me, I have lots of Fireline. I would never run out. And I have some more pearls. And then we've got some 11O seed beads. We got some 15O seed beads. And some squaredels. So I'm putting these with those buttons. And then I've got some findings because I was low on 4mm jump rings. And these are 20 gauge. And I like the 20 gauge because they're stronger. So I put my findings all in one pile. Here's some more cup buttons. These are the new tri-beads, the round, faceted round trio tri-beads. So I'll put those separate. These are glass petal white terracotta copper. I love these beads. I got to figure out what I'm going to make with them. And then I've got some more big beads here that are loose. Just love that pave bead. It's cute. And what have we got? We've got some more really pretty little rondelles. They're 4mm. We've got some pendants, so I'm just going to keep a pile separate with those. And then we've got some tubes. And then we're going to, whoops, dropped one, be right back. Alright. Now, as I was saying in my last video, I ordered some more Matubo beads because I really like working with Matubo beads, but when I ordered the Matubo beads, I ordered size 8s or 6s. The odd one is an 8O, which is perfect, but I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to keep all my tube stuff separate. I haven't got a lot of tube stuff this time. I have to make everything myself. So this is what I'm going to show you how to start organizing your beads. Now, for instance, I've already got drawers started for like stuff I already have here. Like this section here is all my Swarovski crystals. This whole entire is dedicated just to Swarovskis up here. So, because this is the easiest, this is the one I'm going to put away first. Okay, so let me move everything off my bead mat. I know I have a bead tray somewhere, and that's a little 4mm bicone that fell somewhere. My husband found it. So anyways, as you can see, this is just like really overwhelming, right? It's a lot of stuff, and I know there's people out there that have, this is nothing compared to what I had to put away last time. So anyway, I've already got drawers designated for the Matubo beads. And this is how I store my Matubo beads. Now, my local bead store called Jangles sells Matubo beads as well. So I've got them in these skinny tubes, and then I've got these little ones piled inside as well. And these are all 8os in the Matubo. So I was coming and ordering more colors, and these are all, I believe this is an 8o, 6o, 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 and 6o, and a 6o. So all I'm going to do is leave the labels, everything on them, put them away in my drawers. Like that. So this drawer is full. If I pile any more in here, well, this one's okay. If I pile much more in here, these drawers will not close. So now those are put away. Now, because I don't have a drawer designated for this, I will take an empty drawer of anywhere. I've got empty drawers everywhere. I'll just grab one here. And I'm going to make a drawer designated for the Matubos in the 6/0 seed beads. So let me get a pen. A pen here, and I'm going to write Matubo in a 6/0. And then I'm going to cut it off. I just had these old labels kicking around, and this is what I'm using. Okay, so I'm going to cut that off like this. I've made my Matubo 6/0 bead, and I'm just going to label the drawer now. Okay, but because I don't have room here, and I like to keep all my beads together, so what I'm going to do is I am going to move something. It's really, really dry, and my allergies are just killing me down in this basement. Okay. So I have dragon scales. Let's move the dragon scale beads. I'll put these somewhere else. So I'm going to move a tray down. I don't know if you can see me, but I moved this tray down, and I'm going to put these 6/0 Matubos beside the 8/0s. So that's organized. Now I don't have anywhere for these, so they're going to go up into here. These are just things I don't have a whole lot of, and this is a small section of drawers up there. So that's going to go up there. Okay, now for packages of seed beads. I'm not a big fan of packages. I don't keep my packages. I believe these are not sure if they're a Toho or a Miyuki. Can't remember. But there is a difference in Czech, Toho, and Miyuki. The seed beads are all different. Czech beads are very inconsistent in size. Tohos are pretty good in size. So I'm just going to take my glasses and I'm going to check to see what size these are or which brand these are. So these look like they look very similar to a Toho, which is but they're not. They're smaller than a Toho, so they're definitely a Miyuki. So I'm going to dump some out, like so. I'm just going to dump a pile. I'm going to grab me a tube, and I'm going to fill this tube. Now, unfortunately, this didn't come with any kind of label, so I don't know the exact color of these. And I'm going to fill a tube like that. And I'm going to grab a lid. I'm going to grab a lid, put a lid on it, and close it up. And because I don't know these colors, I just throw it in there with my Miyuki beads. So that is done. Now, because I've already got tubes of this color here, which I can see, these are the exact same color. Okay, so I have 2 tubes of these now, which is fine. That's okay. But they are Miyuki. So what I do now is I take that, I'm going to seal this container up, and I'm going to keep the extras with my Miyuki beads, because I don't have a lot of Miyuki. I have a lot of Czech seed beads. Okay, so I'm just going to keep this little zippy lock bag, and when my tube starts to get a little low, so this is why I have this, So now I have 2 packages of these. I don't know why I've got so many. And because I left air in that, it's not going to seal. So let me just close it up with no air. There we go. Okay, so now you just zip this up and store it in here with your extra beads. So as you can see, I don't have a lot of my Yuki colors. I do have a ton of Toho and a ton of check beads. Alright, now I have leaf beads here. Not too sure these are going to fit into a tube because they are a fair-sized bead. So I do have a drawer for flower cup beads, leaf beads, check donut beads. Actually, I don't have all of these in here anymore because I separated them. So let me just show you this drawer. And again, this is a drawer that I have the donut beads, and these are the new Rizzo beads in here. And there's, I know I have a drawer for leaf beads because I have more of these. Oh, right here. Okay, so there's all kinds of leaf beads, and yes, these will fit in because I have some more in a red right here. So I'm going to fill up a tube. So I'm not going to put them in there because there's no leaf beads in there anymore. And I'm going to peel this label off. This is what I do. I peel the labels off if I can off of the plastic bags because it's got the color on it, the size, everything on it. And then I just trim it down. I trim it down to here. It gives you the exact size, color, everything. And Auntie's beads labels come just like this. So perfect that everything's written right on it. Potomac bead companies come like that. So they're really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that label now and I'm going to stick it onto this new tube. Alright, and then you do this and you label it. So let's open it up. I usually don't open these bags, I throw them out and I just cut them. So let's just drop all these in one at a time. Might need a bigger one. Probably never get them out. Alright, so I'll probably need a second tube because they're not all fitting in here. So yeah, let's get a second tube. And some of my tube lids, for some reason, come with these little cap things on them. So I take a pair of old scissors and I just cut these off because they do not fit in my drawers. They waste my drawer space. Alright, so there's another tube of those. Now I'm going to take another tube here. I don't really, actually I'm going to be right back because I do have smaller tubes. And these are my Swarovski tubes that I use, these 2-inch ones. But I'm just going to fill this up with the remainder of the petal beads. Actually, whoopsies. Okay, this again has the thing on it, but it's okay because I don't have a lot of petal beads, leaf beads. I don't plan on stocking up on these either anytime soon. So I'm going to throw that last petal bead in there, close this up, and that's it for that. Now it's labeled. I have the spares in here as well, so that's good too. And then I just put those away now. So those are done. Now, when I'm working with my 15-0s, which I believe I have 2 designated drawers of 15-0s, and I believe I already have this color. So let me see if my tube needs to be. So these are all 15-0s. Okay, I have a good selection of 15-0s here. And I do have this color. So I can dump those into this tube. So I'm just going to cut this plastic. I do not keep my bags. I can't be bothered. I just run out of room. So in the garbage this goes. And then I'll fill up the rest of my container with my 15-0s. And then that's put away. And that's done. Now these are put away. My 11-0s and my 15-0s are done. Done. Okay, so now these will go back. I'll put all these trays back. And these are tubes that I get from my local bead store. These are Jangles. And these are my Yuki 15-0s that they sell there. I don't have all the colors because when they package these, they don't even put the color on them. This is all they do. Put the price and the size. That's it. So I wish they would put colors on them, because I don't know what color they actually are. Alright, so now let's get into some crystals. So this is my 3mm Swarovski crystals. And I kind of keep my colors organized. So with the whites and the clears and the grays and the blacks and the greens and the blues, I try to keep them all together. But this is getting to a point where it's near impossible. So these 4 drawers here are all designated to 3mm Swarovski crystals. Now, what I'm going to do is, because I have these big tubes, or big packages of crystals, I'm only going to dump into the tubes what I can actually fit, okay? So I'm going to dump out what I can fit into these tubes. This is what you would call tanzanite. What a gorgeous color. Beautiful. Look at all these. And I never even dumped the whole package yet. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing here. There we go. So I'm just going to fill this tube up. Pack it down a bit. Don't want to overfill it because you don't want to crush your crystals when you put your lid on. So this is how I fill that up. And that's to me is full enough. So let me grab a lid, dump some lids out here, and let's put a lid on here. I know this color is tanzanite. You don't know this color is tanzanite, but when it comes time for me to use that, I'm not going to remember. I'm going to tell you it's a purpley color. But I ain't going to cut that out and glue it on because it's just paper and there's no sticker to it. So that's all I could fit in that tube. Alright, so let me put these all back. I dumped out way too much. And then I'm going to show you after what I do with all my extra stuff that doesn't fit into tubes. I just keep what I could use in tubes, and when I have excesses amount of this, I have a special storage place. I keep everything. So when I run low on something, I go check and see if I have that in my little container over there. Alright, so now we've got that. This one here is jet black, which I've already got a little tube of it. I'm going to fill this, and I'm going to fill a big tube up, because black, I use a lot of that color. So again, I'm just going to dump the black out and get to filling my tubes. So I'm going to continue to fill this one up. You can never have too much black. That one's full. Whoopsies. And we're going to fill this big tube up with some black. So the reason I'm going to fill up 2 tubes, a small one and a big one, is because I use a lot of black. Okay. And we're filling these up and filling it up, and that's full. Again, cutting this off because, oops, I don't want to use my good scissors for that. I cut it right over the garbage can because it flings into it. Alright, so now we have a whole tube of black, which would fit perfectly inside of this one. So I'm keeping my blacks together, so I don't open these drawers and then start using the big one and got the small one half emptied. So now this excess that I have extra, we're going to just store this away with the rest of my Swarovskis. Okay, so that's done. This one here, I've got crystal, But now I have a big package of crystal, and I'm going to dump these into a big container as well, because I have such a bulk amount. The crystals like to go underneath that tissue for some reason. Alright. Okay, so let me finish filling up. These are not Crystal AB. There is a difference between Crystal and Crystal AB, so keep watch of that. So that one's full. We'll put that in here. And now I'm going to fill up a large tube, because I like to use a lot of crystal. And this is just all I do. And then I put everything away that I don't need right this minute. And again, like I said, I go and check to make sure I don't have already some stashed away in my stash before I order more. So there's that, goes in there with that. And then we will pick up the rest of these and we will put these back. And this is all I do. This is what's going to take me all day, is to label and organize everything into detail. So I know, and that's going to get put away with my stash. So now I'm going to go through all of these and see if I have any 3mm in here. So these are all 4s. Those are 3mm, 4, and I believe those are 3mm. So, and these are 3mm. These are the 2.5mm, which I have to make a whole separate drawer for. These are 3mm. I may already have that color, but I'm just going to see what I've got for filling my stash here. Those are 6s. These, I believe, are 3 and 3. These are 3mm. And we have 6s and 4s. And I'm getting all of these packages put away nicely. Okay, and 4s. And these are 3s. Because I ordered 2 of the same, they put them in a separate package. So for this, I do not label all my crystals, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. So now all I'm going to do is I want to put them away, and I want to see if I have any red, these cyan ones, already started. And I do. So all I'm going to do is move this stuff out of the way, take the red, open up these packages like this. And I really like buying Swarovski crystals in packages. I hate buying individual ones. When somebody's selling an individual bead, one Swarovski crystal, I don't buy them. I don't want to say I want 50, 60. Sell me a package of 50, 60 and make that the price, usually. That's why I buy a lot of my stuff from Fire Mountain Gems, because you can get it into, you can get packages like this, not one bead. And it's really sad, because I went to a site the other day actually, and they had one Swarovski crystal for 22 cents a 3mm, and I thought, are you out of your mind? To buy 10 of these would be $2.20, plus pay the exchange on it, plus pay for shipping. So I said goodbye to that website, and I will not go back. But like I said, if you're selling them in individual pieces, I know Art Beads does. I don't know about Fire Mountain, or no, Beadaholic, all the rest of them, because if they sell them individually, I know Auntie's Beads, they can come in packages of 10 or 20, 50. This is where all of these came. And there's 20 in the 4mm package. So at least you can buy 20 of them. I think it was $1 or something for that. So you cannot go wrong with that. So I have Crystal AB here. Now what I'm doing is just taking these and filling up the rest of my jar. When my stuff gets low, that's when I like to add. This is called topaz, and I don't know if I have this color already. So I'm just going to lift my container up and look underneath. So far I don't. And no. Okay, so I do not have a container for that. I will check later. Do I have any amethyst? I think the reason I ordered amethyst was because I didn't have... Oh yeah, I got some right there. Right here under the black. So, very little. And I ordered it because this is colors that I use a lot of. You guys know that. I love purple. Purple, purple, purple. Purple everything. Okay, so I'm going to dump this out now. And I'm going to add it to this color right here, because they're both exact same colors, and it is amethyst. Okay, so in there that goes. And now we have some more purple. I'm getting into ordering the red and the green because I know Christmas is coming, and I need some more of this moss green. I absolutely love this moss green, and that's the color there. So I don't want to be short. So I just open up these packages and dump. I don't even bother trying to pull them open because, like I said, I don't save them. I can't save them. I'll never use them. I don't use them. And I don't like them in my drawers because they have a Ziploc on them, and that takes up room in your drawers. Now these are a pink color, and I believe they are that right there. They are rose. This is... Yep, rose. And I didn't have very many of those left, so I went and ordered more. And this is how I'm building my stash. Now, whether or not I use all of these or I don't use all of them, there's one there, I forgot. I'm going to start building my stash. So I'm doing a little bit at a time because that can be very expensive if you want to start shopping and buying everything at once. Some people can afford to do that. I probably could afford to do it, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to spend all my money in one shot. Okay. Now, we are going to have to get a little, I'm going to go get a little tube for this and add this color since I don't have it, and add it in there, and I'll be right back. I've got more little tubes over here. And they're actually little tubes that I bought by mistake. Oopsies, I don't have any more left. Oh yes, here's one. So what I end up doing is cutting my 3-inch tubes because I don't have any more of these. Should order more because these are the only size tubes I like to use for Swarovskis because, like I said, they won't be full like a seed bead tube. Too expensive to fill them. So this topaz color is gorgeous, but it's very small amount. And cut that off, and then we'll fill that up in there. So I'm just going to leave this drawer empty because I don't really need it right now. And I'm going to leave it labeled as 3mm because I am going to get more colors. A little bit at a time. You don't got to buy it all at once. And that's how I do my storing away of all of my beads. This is how I stay organized. These are all mixed colors. I do separate them because I don't store away mixed colors. I do break them all down into the proper colors, and I store them away into the 4mm. But these came from Auntie's Beads. There's 50 in a package of these colored. So, you know, you take those and break them all down. You've got some orange color and some dark pink, light pink, green. This one here is called a Tucson mix. And these ones are all reds, which I absolutely like. And I got the topaz in a 4mm. I got a few 6mm Swarovskis. These are, again, you want to go and try and buy these. There's 4 packages of these in a 6mm because I really love Crystal AB too. Love them. And there's 4 packages of Crystal AB, and these came in packages of 10. So, like I said, be careful when you're out there shopping for your Swarovski crystals. Don't go to eBay and buy them. because I'm telling you right now, they say they're Swarovskis, but they're not. And if they're from China, they're definitely not real Swarovskis. There are some sellers out there in eBay that do sell real Swarovskis, but take a look at their shipping. Especially if you live in Canada, forget it. It's like $25 to ship this. Same with Etsy. I never shop on Etsy and I never shop on eBay anymore because of the shipping prices. And they're ridiculous. I have nothing nice to say about the people that ship from Etsy and eBay because they really rip you off. If you can go and shop online at Auntie's Beads, Beadaholic, Potomac Bead Company, Fire Mountain Gems, Jill Wiseman Designs, Art Beads, shop there. Don't go onto Etsy and buy crap because I'm telling you right now, you're going to pay through the teeth. And every single, like if I ordered 3 packages, they tack on another $2-3 on top of the $25 or $15 it is for shipping. They tack on for each extra package. So for 3 packages, you're going to pay about $30 for shipping if you live in Canada. If you live in the United States and they ship from the United States, yes, it's cheaper. But I live in Canada and all my stuff comes from the United States, and it comes from all the big beading companies. From experience, I'm telling you right now, you need to shop around. You go to Jill Wiseman Designs, you can get these really good, cheap, not bad priced at all. They're actually very reasonable for the mini duos. And you get a nice big bag of them, and it's a 10-gram bag. You know, it's perfect. Potomac Bead Company has super, super reasonably cheap shipping. So does with Jill Wiseman. So does Beadaholic and Art Beads. The only thing with Art Beads, I don't buy a lot from them because the shipping takes forever. It comes from, I believe, Washington. For some reason, it takes almost a month for me to get a shipment from Art Beads. So that kind of is a downfall for them. And for their shipping taking so long to get to me. Beadaholics, I order 1 week, the next week I have it. Same with Jill Wiseman, same with Fire Mountain Gems. I have that within days because for some reason it comes very quick from Fire Mountain. So like I said, shop around. Stay away from buying individual Swarovskis. You're only going to end up in the end paying way more for it. Go ahead and look on sites that sell them in packages that are already made by the Swarovski company. And, you know, stop buying individual Swarovskis. I would never do that. I did that here at my local Jangles because each one of their beads are in these bead trays under a glass, you know, desk. And every one of them is sold individual. And believe me, it hurt my pocketbook when I went to buy some beads. So that's why I started stocking up online. So now I have a fantastic amount. Like these are my 4mm, and I keep all my colors kind of in the 4s close together because I've got 4 drawers of colors of these are all Swarovski crystals. So I'm keeping everything as organized as I can get. These are my 6mm. I don't have a whole lot of 6mm, but I am starting to build my stash for that as well. A little bit at a time, you know. So these are all the real Swarovski crystals. I do have some round ones in here because I ordered them from Auntie's Beads, so I got them mixed in there, but they're still 6mm. So I hope I've helped you guys. I got the hiccups. Ouch. I hope I educated you guys a little bit. I mean, this is just my opinion on bead shops. You can go ahead and pay for each one individually if you want. I don't do that. Same with pearls. I won't buy pearls 1 pearl at a time. I'm just not going to do that. Auntie Beads sells them in packages of, like for the 8mm, they come in packages of 10. That is for a Swarovski pearl, okay? They're in packs of 10. Swarovski also, they sell them individually. These are... I hope these are check glass. I'm pretty sure they are. They are beautiful beads. I know they're not Chinese beads because if they're Chinese beads, all the tips of them in between the beads are picking off already. So I won't use Chinese beads anymore for nothing. Except for their rondelles, I will admit. Their Chinese crystals are beautiful. Their bicones suck. So don't buy their bicones because they're terrible. They're not, like this wall here, over here, this whole entire area, this is all Chinese crystals. They're crappy. I'm telling you, they're not even, like these are all, they said they were I don't know. Some of them are not, like that is so dull. They're not the same size. They're not consistent in size. So I'm afraid to buy anything from China anymore. I kept these in packages because you can tell they have like a, like, oh, I got to show you the crystal ones. They're disgusting. You can see it there more than these. If you can't afford to buy real crystals, then yeah, go ahead and buy your Chinese ones. But just, those are rondelles. Not sure why they're in this package. In here, they're in the wrong spot. I want to show you, where are you? Oh, they have to be in here. All right, they are. I hope I can get this in camera just so I can show you how disgusting these beads are. Oh, those are an 8mm. I don't know why they're in here. Okay. Some of these are real crystals, but I don't know which ones are real and which ones are fake anymore. I just know that they're crappy. Now, this is a Chinese crystal. How do I know? Let me show you. Those are Chinese. Let me show you a Swarovski in the exact same size, in the exact same bead. This here says it all, because this is how you can tell with the crystals. Look at, they're both crystal AB. Go figure. These are crystal AB, those are crystal AB, and those are from China. This is the disappointment I got when I first started buying beads, and I want to really help people not to do what I did. Okay? These are super cloudy. Look at them. I hope you can see the difference, because let me just grab my camera off the stand here and let me show you how bad these are. All right? I hope I can get up close that you guys can see the difference. Okay? They sparkle, but look how cloudy they are to the Swarovski crystals. Okay, there's a huge difference. Pick up two, you can even see it in your hand, the difference. I hope you can focus. Anyway, you can't really see it in my hand, but you can tell that, you can clearly see the difference. I don't even need to show you. So this is what I bought on eBay, and I was so disappointed when I was making stuff with these. I was like, God, they don't sparkle. And then I looked at Swarovski crystals, and I was holding them two together, and I'm like, wow, huge difference. Okay, guys, huge. They're not even uniformed shape. You know, some of them are fat ends and skinny ends. You can see they're really fat here. They are not consistent. These are terrible beads, I'm telling you. Unless you don't care what you do with them, and you care, if you do care, stick with your Swarovskis. There's a difference. I hope you guys see that. Anyways, I have a huge mess now here to clean up, and I just want to continue to show you how I store everything. Over here are all my silver findings. I no longer carry copper, gold plated. I bought all of it, never even put them in the drawers. And everything in here is all labeled and packaged really pretty in bags. And up here are my extra beads. This is where I keep my fire line and my jump rings and split rings and all kinds of stuff in here. But everything is, these are all my Chinese beads that I'm staying away. I don't even use them, to be honest with you. I may even have a contest and give them all away to somebody that, or just not even a contest, just give them away to somebody that could really use some beads. These are all my Swarovskis, as I was telling you. These are my check glass, which I keep in containers, which I haven't put all those away either. Oops, shouldn't have showed you that drawer. My Yukis. These are my Tohos. This is what I mean by Tohos. I have lots. And my 15-Os, my 6-Os, my 8-Os all get stored up there. And my 11-Os are all up in those 2 containers there. So I do have a lot. And I try to keep everything together here. I've got half tilas, 2 drawers, the regular tilas, pyramid beads, magatamas, cup buttons. I got 2 drawers of those. Probably going to need a 3rd one with the new ones I got. And I got my bugle beads, and then I don't have a lot of delicas, and the delicas that I have are all in containers. I keep everything in containers, especially in my drawers. The pearls over here, these again are Chinese pearls, which I'm probably going to get rid of because a lot of them the color comes off of them. So that really sucks, believe me. So I hope I've taught you guys something here about the Chinese bicones. When you go online to eBay, be careful. Make sure it is the real Swarovski. And I got fooled, and I'm not happy about it. And I did buy a lot of crystals back then. Even their plain crystal ones are... Oh, here's another package of Crystal AB. Same thing. Like, some of these are real Swarovskis, unfortunately. See that? I don't know the color, and I don't know how... If they're scratched, too, I noticed a lot of them come already all scratched. But I'm telling you, this is a huge difference in Crystal AB and the Swarovski Crystal AB. Okay? Anyway, I got a big mess to clean. I wanted to show you how I organize everything, how I do it as best as I can. It's a good idea to get yourself some of these drawers if you can. They're cheap. I think this was like $10 for this big one. And it's almost full of findings. So... There's actually a lot of findings in here. But I'm a silver kind of person, so I don't like any other color of metals. I don't use any. If someone else wants metals, I'll run to my Jangles and get them. If someone's looking for something specifically in gold or something like that, I'll just run to my local bead store and give them my business. And like, I buy what I can from there. I'm going to be honest with you. I do buy, but the thing is, I buy a lot online because her prices are a bit steep in some things. Some things are cheaper, like tubes of 15-0 seed beads are super cheap, $2 something for a whole tube of them. You can't go wrong with that. Her delicas are pretty reasonable, and I can actually see the colors in the store as opposed to online, because sometimes, you know, our monitors don't always show the true colors of what something really is. I buy all my Rivolis, which I have these. I buy these all online, and I buy them from trusted sellers, not from eBay. And there's my mini duos from Jill Wiseman Designs. All of these come from Jill Wiseman. And when I put them away, I peel her little label off, which is so perfect. You peel her little label off. Come on, focus. It says mini duo, the size, and pastel petrol. See? And it's 10 gram, and there's the price. And these are a little more expensive because of the finish. So remember that. When you're paying higher prices on stuff, I'm going to have to get another drawer because all my new colors that I got from her, I absolutely love her labels because they peel off so easily and go right onto your tubes. So that's perfect. The only thing is, Beadaholic stuff does not come very nice. I get frustrated with their tubes. I'd rather buy their bags because their tubes come with this scan bar right over top of the color and the size. And then you're having a hard time picking this off, and it's all sticky here from this scan bar tube that they stick on. I wish they would make it smaller and put it somewhere where it's not covering up the actual tube. So that's about all for this beading mess that I have here. Oh my goodness, now I got a tickle. And that's it. I hope I helped you guys. I hope I helped you with the Swarovskis, buying them in bulk packages instead of one at a time. You imagine what that would cost you to buy one at a time. It's expensive, and some of the companies that do have those one bead at a time should think more like maybe selling them in bulk like that. Anyways, see you soon. I hope this helped you. Bye everyone.